Yes, my young brother, he came with to England. He was very small. He was 4, but but I was 10. So the kids, as I say, were liked in England, and many things were set up in where we lived in the west of England. Around the village or town, was set up for children to you know to fill their lives. The community hall and competitions for kids and this and that and this and that. And so it was a very big eye opener for me to go to England in those days. When I came back to South Africa, I left in the middle of grade 5, and I came back in the middle of grade 7. And our years here are from January to December, whereas overseas the years are sort of from or September to June or something like that. Anyway, I came back to South Africa in the June, midway through grade 7, and on my very first day, my parents were not well off, and I had to wear the English school uniform, which was sandals, leather sandals, because we didn't have shoes and stuff. I didn't have any, and I was picked out. You call that bullying? I was picked out there by the teachers. You can't come to school like that. It's just rude. Didn't matter whether you could afford it or not. And on the very first day, I was challenged to 10 rounds in the boxing match, in the boxing ring. I'd never been to the school before. I arrived in the school, sat at a desk, and I was immediately challenged to 10 rounds after school. And I didn't know anybody. And the headmaster of the school, they had a permanently set up boxing ring. And the headmaster of the school offered to be the referee. So that gives you some idea of the level of brainlessness that existed in South Africa at the time.
Why did you go back to South Africa? Why did your mum move from
My mother actually left my father. He had been a full-time crypto in military intelligence. Never wore uniform or anything like that. They went right through the war wearing no insignia, nothing to identify them. And he had a horrible time. And he went all the way right up into Europe. And